Hello, you guys. It's your girl Asia from Roman Spangle channel. Welcome back to my channel. So I kind of just wanted to hop up on here real quick and kind of express my opinion on this topic I'm about to make, which is a DEGRASSI unpopular opinion, which I'm gonna say is probably the second topic I have made for this channel where it's me discussing an unpopular opinion. Because if you guys remember, the very first video I ever made where I did an unpopular opinion about DEGRASSI was when I made a video about how I felt like Zig and Maya's build up to the relationship was kind of better than their actual relationship. So, this video today is going to be me discussing how I feel like after rewatching DEGRASSI as many times I have rewatched it, and how I kind of just got done finishing the 12th season so I could review the episodes. I'm going to say that I kind of prefer Maya with Cam than with any other guy she's ever dated on the show. I think Cam is Maya's best boyfriend, her best ship, her best everything. And I'm going to get into that because, and this is just an unpopular opinion because there is a lot of fans out there who's going to disagree and say they prefer her with Zig. That's fine. I don't have anything against her and Zig's relationship other than the fact that when they were together, there were a lot of things they did wrong with the relationship than good. And I'm going to talk about it because I'm going to have to, have to recap because I don't know because in their video discussing my unpopular opinions about why I feel like their build up was better in a relationship, I didn't kind of get into why I necessarily feel like their relationship wasn't all that great. I kind of just said I feel like their build up was more iconic than their relationship. Now, however, I know a lot of fans prefer mine with Zig, and when I did my ranking for couples, they were like in my top three, and that would never change because they deserve to be in the top three spot. Because I do feel like regardless, they are one of the best ships out there. Is because Maya and Zig, regardless of how DeGrassi did the relationship so terrible and dirty, they are one of the best relationships that is really good and really done well in Degrassi as the terms when it comes to writing and actually not being in such a rush to make people a fucking couple and actually giving it time, being patient, and allowing the two leads to have chemistry with each other. You feel me? But I feel like because people love Maya and Zig's relationship so much that they kind of sleep on Maya and Cam, and I really feel like that's true. Maya and Cam's relationship was a snap. I just feel like he was her best boyfriend. I feel like I always say this. I feel like what I really loved about Maya and Cam's relationship is that it was that first love in high school. Very first boyfriend, first kiss, first everything, first date. Because that's what you should do with someone you're in love with. If this person's gonna be your first, they should be your first everything. And I love that Maya and Cam's build up to their relationship was awkward. It was awkward. It was cringe. They didn't really know what to say. They didn't really know how to kiss each other or hold hands without making it awkward, which I feel like it should be. I feel like when you like someone or if you have a crush on someone, it should be them weird, cringy moments with each other where it's like, okay, this is kind of awkward, where you don't really know how to talk. You don't know what conversations to bring up. Because it's that I never really had a boyfriend. I never really had a girlfriend. And when I do talk to guys that are the opposite of me, it's more like a friend thing to where, okay, it's easy for me to have a conversation with a guy if he was my friend, but having a conversation with a guy that I'm in a relationship with or I like that I'm trying to be in a relationship with, it's hard when it's like I've never done this before. So I actually like that about my and Cam's relationship. I like that it was awkward. I like that it was cringe. I like that, they had those cute moments where it was just you know, I never had a boyfriend, never had a girlfriend, don't know what I'm doing. So it's like, please tell me if I'm doing something wrong, let me know. Because I forgot to mention that in the whole dog part episode where Maya was feeling a little insecure and feel like she had low self esteem where she felt like she wasn't pretty enough. I totally forgot to mention that maybe why Cam didn't compliment her as much is because, he never had a girlfriend. So this is the very first time he's doing everything. So maybe it's okay, I've never had a girlfriend before, so I didn't know that, a girl wants to be complimented and always wants to be called pretty and beautiful as a girlfriend. I didn't know that kind of mattered in a relationship, but it's since he really didn't know because he never had a girlfriend before, that's something now he does know that Maya kind of needs is she needs reassurance because she's an overthinker. So I do feel like because you fans love Maya and Zig's relationship so much that y'all kind of sleep on Maya and Cam. And I feel like now, after I just got done watching season 12, I really prefer Maya with Cam. Like, her best relationship was with Cam. And some people are gonna say, how is that possible when it got barely a lot of screen time? I don't think that matters. Mm, I really don't think it matters because a lot of y'all favorite relationships on the show are couples who didn't get a lot of screen time. Like, there's people out here who put Becky and Adam on their list for favorite couples, and yet their relationship didn't even get a lot of screen time. And I always said that because of that, it kind of damaged them for putting them in the conversation. As far as Maya and Cam are concerned, yes, not every episode was about their fucking relationship, but they did get episodes, and their relationship did get TV time to where you can put them in a conversation for top couples, top 10 couples, top 5 couples. You can, because it's like, you know their love story, and you know after they got together that they got storylines together. You feel me? Adam and Becky, it was, they have really good build up, by the way. I love Adam and Becky's build up. I feel like they have one of the best like love stories on the show. But like I said, once that love story was done, like once they kind of like made them a relationship, they did not give them any screen time together at all as a relationship. And like I said, that bothered me because it's like you had a little bit of those episodes left before you ended season 12. You mean to tell me you couldn't give them nothing? Like nothing. Like you couldn't write them not one single storyline for the relationship at all. That doesn't make any sense to me. But like I said, I love Maya and Cam together, regardless of how some fans might feel. I don't hate Maya and Zig, but I stand on when I stand on when I say I feel like their build up was better in their relationship because it was. You cannot sit here and tell me that it wasn't. You can't watch Next Class and tell me, oh, you know what? Their relationship isn't all that great. Their build up was definitely more iconic. And it was. Definitely more iconic. And I feel like I don't want to call Maya and Zig's relationship overrated because it's like, most of the good relationships in Degrassi kind of are. Like, they're the cream of the crop. They're like in the top conversations. Those are the main relationships you see on lists of like favorite couples. But I feel like y'all put a little too much sauce on Maya and Zig where y'all kind of like overlook her other relationships. I mean, don't get me wrong. Her relationship with Miles was just, dysfunctional. It was just up and down. They spent more time apart than they did together as a relationship. As soon as they got together, they would instantly break up. Like, what's the longest time Maya and Miles actually stayed in a relationship? What is the longest? Because it's literally like they would get together and they would break up. They spent more time apart than they ever did together as a relationship. Like, they were always breaking up, getting back together. But I feel like, Maya and Zig had a really beautiful build up. I loved it. I love that before they ever thought about what a relationship would look like between them, they always remained friends. Like, friendship always came first. Even when they had a bad fallout, friendship came first, right? But I like how their build up was patient. Like, we could actually see the chemistry grow. We can see the relationship bonding between Zig and Maya. I love that between them. I felt like their relationship was cool in season 14 for what we did get. I didn't expect a little too much because they did get together like towards the end of the show for season 12, for season 14, and then they kind of didn't make season 14 all about their relationship because the seniors were graduating and whatnot, so they didn't give them too much material. And then the Summer Girl episodes, they really should have did something with them as a relationship instead of doing that dumbass thing where that girl was kidnapped by her boyfriend. That was stupid. We get to Next Class and all hell's break loose. Like, Maya and Zig didn't have one single storyline about the relationship other than not being able to talk about sex because Degrassi made a dumbass decision to make them lose their virginities to each other while they both were high. I have a really big bone to pick with Degrassi when they did that shit. I've always had a bone to pick. Literally, when I first got into this show, like when I first got back into rewatching it, whenever I get to season 14, I get so fucking mad that Degrassi decided to write their first time together like that. That pisses me off so bad because it's like, why? Mm. Like, why? Why give these two this beautiful ass build up to make them not even be mature enough to talk about sex? If they can't talk about it, then they shouldn't be fucking having it. That's how I would have wrote it. I would have wrote it where they have a conversation about the sex thing, where it's like, just because of a relationship, I'm not in no rush to have sex or anything like that. Instead, you do something where, they take drugs and, they swap their virginities. What? That was bad. That was really, really bad. Like, don't no girl or guy want their first time to be high where they can't even remember it. They just know it happened. That's bad. That's bad. That's very, very bad. That's just my opinion. And I just feel like the next class and having these storylines together, they did this stupid shit where Zig was just like really jealous and just like so fucking insecure about losing Maya, even though he didn't really do anything to where he was necessarily pushing her away to have that fear of losing her. I understand that she did go to New York with a guy by herself, but he needs to understand her mother did not trust her and Zig being alone together in a hotel room because they have had sex. So it's just where, like, I don't know if her mom feel like bringing Zig would do nothing but cause a distraction, but it's also like, Zig, you have school, so you can't necessarily just leave town. You feel me? I don't know. The whole situation with that is just weird because it's like, I feel like they did it to make Maya look bad because it's like, why would you agree going out of town without your boyfriend? Like, if your mom says Zig can't go, then you can't go. Because it's like, at the day, she really didn't know Jonah all that well to just leave town with him, even though he is in her band. Still, she don't know the nigga. She don't know the nigga from a can of paint. And I hated that Zig his mind instantly went to the worst. Like, just felt like Maya was doing something behind his back with the guy. And then he literally took no accountability for it at all in season 2. He tried to tell her that he would have never had done what he did had she not not picked up his phone calls. So it's like, you're blaming her for why you cheated. But it's the fact, Zig, that once she went to New York with Jonah, you didn't really trust her all like that. Because if you did, your mind would have instantly went to that place where it's like, is she cheating on me? What's she doing with him? She not texting my calls. She not returning my calls. She not answering my texts. It's like, if you trust her, you wouldn't have to worry about any of those things. But it's the fact that he didn't, otherwise his brain would not have gone to those places. Had nothing to do with him thinking he was not good enough for Maya or any of that shit. Yeah, he might have been jealous and overprotective boyfriend. Okay, that's cool, that's fine. But you thinking instantly because I'm going out of town with a guy where we're going to be doing music together because we're in a band and you feel like I'm going to be doing something sexual to him, you clearly did not trust me. So to say, because you didn't answer my phone calls, that's why I cheated. You are the reason why I did what I did. Come on now, Zig. You take no accountability. You did what you did because you wanted to. Period. Don't try to blame me for that shit. And then him and Maya were broken up for literally the whole fucking show. Like I always say, I didn't think when she said in season 2 she needs time to think about if she want to be with him again. That meant the entire show. I feel like if you was just gonna break them up, they should just stay broken up. That's just how I feel. I feel like it was really dumb to do what you did with Maya and Zig. Give him that beautiful ass build up to make him turn around and cheat. So Zig has chased Maya since season 12, and you mean tell me he finally gets with the girl he's been telling everyone he's so in love with, the girl that he never shuts the fuck up about, and he turns around and cheats because she doesn't answer his phone calls. Do you guys see how bad that writing is? That makes no sense. And then it's like in the DEGRASSI next class, it's so crazy when people say this shit because I never even looked at it as this. Zig was never checking for Maya. He did not care for her. It's not like he had any feelings for her whatsoever. He was with Esme. He really did not pay attention to Maya all like that until what happened after season 3 when she tried to commit suicide and when he felt like him and Esme's relationship was coming astray. He was not checking for Maya at all. Like, when he was with Esme, he was with Esme. He was having his fun with Esme, doing what they was doing. When he was with Maya, he wasn't checking for her. It's not like he had any feelings for her whatsoever. So, to do this thing at the end of season 4, or whatever they want to call it, where it's like he always was in love with Maya and it never went away, that made no sense when you have Tiny say that. When it's like, when the fuck was he ever checking for Maya? Because when he was off of her, he was off of her. Make it make sense. But yet, people like to overrate their like relationship between Maya and Zig. Well, honestly, it's really their build up that's really good. Like I said, they never really like had any plans to do for the relationship, because not season 14, but like in next class, it was just really bad. Like I said, the only storyline they ever got as a relationship was really just the whole sex thing, and then everything after that was just really, really bad. Nothing was really like thought out. No good storylines. No good nothing. I just prefer Maya with Cam, because I just like her and Cam was cute, very adorable. Like I said, that first love to it. Everyone remembers their first boyfriend, their first love in high school, and I have a soft spot for that. But I also feel like had it not been Cam that Maya was with, I don't think she would have became the character that she became in DEGRASSI. Like how she became so important to the show, how she became that main character. I don't think she would have became that had she not been with Cam, because his storyline was so good, they made her a part of that. So once he like did what he did when he ended his life, that off top made her like one of the main characters in the show. That put her in the conversation for like best female characters. I don't care what anyone said. I just feel like Maya and Cam just make sense together. Like when you look at them, they just make sense together. I feel like they were really cute. I feel like they fit each other like a glove. Their whole relationship was adorable. Like I said, I don't want to hear, oh, they really got any screen time, so how can they be in a conversation? Like I said, that doesn't matter, because they did get screen time. Probably wasn't as much like Eli or Drew and Bianca, but their relationship had substance. It had storylines. You knew their love story, excuse me. You saw them go on their dates. You saw them have their first kiss. You saw them do those things. So you can't sit here and say that, oh, you don't remember any of that stuff. Yes, you do. DEGRASSI showed you. Unlike other relationships where they go out on one date or they just get together randomly and they want you to expect you to remember their fucking like love story. Like, okay, how about this? Miles and Tristan, how they really got together at the end of season 13. There was no love story. There was no build up. There was no, oh, I've kind of been checking for you. It was just, oh, they got together. Oh, okay. It was just, oh, that one kiss and then they together in a relationship. No, it's not a love story. It's just given cricket. It's given like, it's given chicken with no seasoning. It's given butter with no bread. It's given cereal with no milk. That's what it's given. That's what I think of when I think of Miles and Tristan's relationship. It's given, oh, okay, they could have did something else, I guess. Like, if you, like I always said, if you wanted to make Miles bisexual, you should have actually you should have did something where it had a storyline and he had chemistry with someone to where it could be a love story. Not just, oh, I'm going to just, kiss him because of what Maya did to me. And Tristan went along with it because he was also mad at Maya. No, it's not a love story. It's given, oh, okay. That's what it gave. You can't say the same thing about Maya and Cam's relationship. I dare anyone to tell me you can't remember their fucking love story. Like, you mean tell me you can't remember their first date? Their first date was so fucking adorable. Like I said, it was so awkward. Them conversations, like, the whole scene with them in the picture booth was so cute. Like I said, that is what I liked about the relationship. I liked before they got together in an official relationship that their whole build up and their conversations, everything like that was awkward. I feel like it should be that way when you like someone. It should be awkward. It should be cringe, especially if this is like your first time ever talking to a crush or anything of the sort. It should be awkward because you've never really talked to a boy before, especially a boy that you like. Talking to a guy that's your friend is different than talking to a guy that you like, because, there's attraction there. You're trying to build something on an emotional level. So, you know what? I prefer Maya with Cam. I do. I think they just fit each other better. I feel like that was her best relationship on the show. That was done really, really well. Like I said, I don't hate her and Zig's relationship, but I felt like it should have been better. It should have been written better. Like I said, you have to think. I feel like since season 12, they were like the most anticipated relationship that they were like really focusing on doing. So it's like you can't tell me that since season 12 y'all done been writing this love story and thinking about what you're gonna do. That once you finally do put it together, you have no storylines for them, and then you get to the next class and you completely botch their entire relationship, to where it's like, okay, are you making fun of the people who watch Next Generation? Like, do you think we're stupid? I just feel like Maya and Zig's build up is better than their fucking relationship. However, where I feel like Cam and Maya's build up and relationship was equally as good. Period. I don't think the relationship needed to get a lot of screen time to be seen as a good relationship. It didn't need to be in every fucking episode. It could be something we see here, something we see there, something we see there, something we see here. It didn't need to be in every fucking episode like Eli and Claire where it's in your face like, yeah, we the best couple. Yeah, we get them storylines. No. Because I saw Eli and Claire too much is what made me not give a fuck about their relationship. I saw them too much. Entirely too much. Drew and Bianca too. Like, Drew and Bianca relationship does not get a lot of screen time as much as people like to make y'all. As much as the fans in the community try to make it seem like as they do, they really don't. Their relationship has always been something where it was important in one episode, next episode you get something, next episode you'll see them. It was never like episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you see them. No, 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 no. No, no, no. There's no way in hell this couple has this much shit going on in a relationship to where they have to be in every fucking episode. That's ridiculous. So, no. I do feel like, I said what I said. I stand on what I stand on. Unpopular opinion. I feel like Maya's best relationship on the show is with Cam. And I feel like because y'all love Zig and Maya so much, y'all sleep on her relationship with Cam. Like I said, this is my second, unpopular DEGRASSI opinion. If there's any more I could come up with, I will come on here and express them. But as for the moment, this is like the main one that came to my brain today after I finished season 12. So, I'm going to be checking for y'all next time.